Students, today we'll start a new topic, and that is Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane. What is Cartesian plane? It consists of two number lines, horizontal and vertical, intersecting at right angle at point O. It means that there are two number lines in a Cartesian plane. One is the horizontal and the other is vertical. These two number lines intersect at point O, and this is called origin. We'll call it origin. The value of origin is 0 and 0. We'll discuss it later. The horizontal number line, this is the horizontal, we call it x-axis, and the vertical number line is called y-axis. Just like number line, we can write the value on the horizontal number line. We can write the positive values as well as the negative values. Similarly, on vertical number line, we can write the values, the positive values as well as the negative values. This plane is called Cartesian plane. We call it a Cartesian plane. It was discovered by a scientist, and his name was Descartes. After his name, this plane is called Cartesian plane. X-axis runs horizontally through the origin. Look at this. And the y-axis also runs through 0, but it runs vertically. Y-axis is in the up-down direction, and x-axis is in left-right direction. We can plot the any point on the graph using the Cartesian coordinate. Now, what is the Cartesian coordinates? Cartesian coordinates. Before moving on to Cartesian coordinate, there are some points which should be remembered. This number line, these two number lines, when intersect each other at point O, they form the Cartesian plane, and they divide the Cartesian plane into four parts. Look at this. This is the first part, this one is second, this one is third, and this is the fourth part. We call it first quadrant. This is called second quadrant, quadrant 4. This is called third quadrant, and this one is called fourth quadrant. Every value on this graph is measured with respect to this origin. We measure every value with respect to this origin, this point O. Now we'll study Cartesian coordinates. Cartesian coordinates consist of two numbers. These two numbers are normally separated by a comma, and parentheses are put around these numbers. Now, what are these numbers? These numbers are actually the distance of any point on the graph with respect to O from the origin. The first number is the horizontal distance from O, and the second number is the vertical distance from O. Vertical distance of any point on this graph from O. We call this first number as x coordinate, and the second number as y coordinate. And we should remember that Cartesian coordinates are always written in a certain order. Horizontal distance first and the vertical distance later. That's why we call them ordered pair. We call them ordered pair because the pair of number is always written in a certain order. X coordinate comes before y coordinate. The first value is x coordinate, and the second value is y coordinate. Now the question is, how are we going to locate these numbers on the graph? 2 and 3. As I have told you that 2 is the horizontal distance from 0. It means that we are going to move 2 units to the right over here from 0 2 is the horizontal distance from O, so we are going to move 1, 2 units to the right and then 3 units up, because this 3 belongs to the vertical distance from O. The y coordinate is the vertical distance, then 3 units up, 1, 2 and 3 over here. This is the location of the coordinate ordered pair 2 and 3. We always measure the horizontal distance first and then we move up or move down. It depends on the ordered pair. Let's see if the x coordinate is positive but the y coordinate is negative. Let us suppose the value is 2 minus 3. How are we going to locate it on the graph? We know that first of all we are going to measure the horizontal distance from O, that is 2 units towards right, and then 3 units down. Instead of moving upward, we are going to move 3 units down, 1, 2 and 3 over here. This is 2 and minus 3. What if the value of the x coordinate is minus but the y coordinate is positive? It's minus 2 and 3. For minus 2 we are moving towards left because the negative value of the x-axis are on the left side. So minus 1, minus 2 and then we'll move up 3 units up, 1, 2 and 3, and we can locate minus 2 and 3 over here. And what if both the values are minus? Both the values are negative. Then what are we going to do? Minus 2, the first values of x-axis will move towards left, minus 2 units towards left, and that is over here. Then 3 units down and it will be minus 2, minus 3. So students, if we know the ordered pair, we can easily locate any point on the graph as I have shown you over here. But you should remember that now we can conclude that Cartesian plane consists of x-axis, horizontal number line, and y-axis, and it is vertical number line. They intersect each other at point O, and this point is known as origin. The value of origin is 0, 0. It means that the value of x is also 0 as well as the value of y is 0 at origin. The values on Cartesian plane are always written in a certain order. The horizontal distance is written first and we call it x coordinate, and the vertical distance is written later and we call it y coordinate. Now let's try question number 1 of exercise 6a. Question number 1 of exercise 6a states, write down the coordinates of each point shown in the figure. It means that they are telling you to find out the coordinates of the points which are shown in the figure. Let's start with point A over here. As I have told you earlier, that whenever you have to write the Cartesian coordinate, you are going to write the horizontal distance or the value on the x-axis first and the vertical distance or the value on the y-axis later. So first of all, you are going to find out the value of point A on x-axis. This is x-axis, the horizontal direction, and we are going to find out where does it meet on x-axis. It's minus 4. So we are going to write the value on x-axis first and then the value on y-axis. On y-axis the value is minus 3. So the coordinates of A are minus 4 and minus 3. Minus 4 is x coordinate and minus 3 is y coordinate. Then point B. Point B is located over here. We are going to find out the value of point B on x-axis first. Where does it meet on x-axis? It's minus 2. So we are going to write minus 2 first. And then on y-axis, the vertical axis is called y-axis. This is the vertical axis. We are going to join B to the vertical axis and it's 4. So the coordinates of B are minus 2 and 4. Then point C over here. The value of x coordinate for point C is 3. as it meets the x-axis on point 3, and then the value on the y-axis is 4. So the coordinates for point C are 3 and 4. Now you can calculate, you can write down the coordinates for point D, E and F, I think, by yourself. So let's try this question, and then we'll do question number 2 of exercise 6A.